Hi, and welcome to Rise and Thrive Yoga. Today I have a practice for you for the neck, shoulders, and upper back to reduce tension and calm your mind and body. So we're going to get started by grounding down. So find yourself a comfortable seat, either an easy pose, maybe lying on your back in constructive rest, just to ground down into our practice and check in with our breath. So get into a comfy spot and soften your gaze. And just start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths. You can go in through your nose and out through your mouth. Or if you prefer, you can go in through your nose and out through your nose. Just feeling the breath as it goes in through your nostrils, nice and cool. And then out. Trying to make the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Helps relax our nervous system. Nice and slow breaths, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and just focusing on the here and now. So take a couple more deep breaths. One more deep breath. And blow it all out. Nice. You can open your eyes. Come back up to seated position if you're lying down. And we're going to start with a butterfly twist. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Knees dropping out to the side. Spine is straight. Roll your shoulders down and back. And then from here, we're going to bring our left hand to right knee and right hand behind us, looking over that back shoulder, inhaling to lengthen the spine towards the ceiling, crown of the head towards your ceiling, and as you exhale, look over that back right shoulder. Remaining in this posture for a few breaths. And on each inhale, think about lengthening through the spine. And on every exhale, think about just twisting maybe a little bit more or just thinking about it. Go to a comfortable spot. One more breath on the side. And release. And then we're going to take a big overhead breath. Inhaling up both hands, palms to touch, and exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to switch the twist. So bringing right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhaling to lengthen through the spine, exhaling to twist. Again, lengthening through your spine as you inhale. Crown of the head going towards the ceiling. And exhaling to twist and look over that back shoulder. And if turning your neck here feels a little bit like too much, then you can always just look out to the side or even looking down towards your left knee. Just find what feels good. And then releasing, inhaling, both hands up, reach up, look up, palms to touch, and exhaling, hands to heart center. Awesome. We can release that butterfly, and you can bring your legs back into easy pose or any seated position that feels good. You could bring your legs out wide if that's feeling awesome today. So just find what feels good. Pick a position because we're going to be sitting like this for a couple minutes working on our neck and shoulders. So we're going to start with some neck circles. So it's almost like we're going to pretend that there's a sponge on our forehead, a plate in front of us, and we're cleaning the plate with our sponge. So what we're going to do is we're going to look down as we inhale, and then exhale, come all the way around, and then looking down towards our left knee. Then our chin rolls through our chest. Again, inhaling back up, look up. Exhaling, coming back down the left side. So we'll do that a few more times. So inhaling, bringing almost your right ear a little bit towards your right shoulder. Inhaling up towards the midline, and then exhaling back down. So we're just making a circle with a sponge on our forehead, cleaning off that plate. And inhaling as we come up, and exhaling as we fall down the other side. And let's switch sides now. So we're going to start to the left, inhaling over to the left, looking up, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Nice and slow, just go at your own pace. Usually slow feels better. One more time. Awesome. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So hands on your knees or by your sides. We're going to inhale, shrug our shoulders up towards our ears. And then as we exhale, dropping our shoulder blades down and back. So it's almost like your shoulders are coming up in the front, rolling back, and then dropping down your back so that your shoulder blades in the back are kind of coming down and almost trying to kiss in the back. So inhale up, exhale, roll them down and back. Inhale up, exhale, roll them down and back. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, down and back. Let's go one more. Inhale up, exhale, down and back, nice and slow. Let's go the opposite way now. So we're going to inhale up the back and then exhale forward. Inhale, sitting straight up, and then exhale, you're almost rounding your upper back a little bit. So inhale up, exhale, forward roll. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Awesome. Kind of shake it out a little bit. All right, then we're just going to do some quick shoulder shrugs. So inhaling, shrug those shoulders up towards your ears, pause your breath, excuse me, and exhale, blow it out, and soften the shoulders. Again, inhale, pause, and exhale, really let it out. Let your breath out, let your shoulders just roll down. Inhale up, last time. Exhale, let everything roll down. Awesome. So we're going to do a twisted stack pose. So I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see, but you can put your legs out long in front of you. Knees can be slightly bent or straight out. And then we're gonna bring our right knee in towards our chest and bringing your right heel in towards your bottom. Then we're gonna pick up that right foot and put it over our left thigh. So our left foot is flexed and out long, and then our right foot is over our left thigh, right knee is bent. And then we're gonna hug that right knee and thigh, with your left hand, bringing your right hand around the back. And we're just gonna twist here. So we're twisting through the chest and the shoulders, the upper back. Let your crown of your head go towards the ceiling, your shoulders dropping down and back. A light pressure on the fingers that are on the ground, and taking a few slow, deep breaths here. And then release our hands, release that right leg down to the ground, and we're gonna switch sides. So bringing the left heel in towards your bottom, hugging that in, and then bringing the left foot over the right thigh. Right arm's gonna hug that left thigh while you bring your left hand around behind you and twist. So similar to the butterfly twist we did in the beginning, this time We are having the one straight leg and the other one bent as we twist. So we're engaging a little bit more. We're doing a little lower body work while we work on releasing the upper body. And nice slow breaths here. One more deep breath here. And release. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna bring the right foot in. So left leg's gonna be long. Right foot's gonna come in so that the sole of your foot is on the inside of your left thigh. So we're standing up tall. It's almost like our feet are in tree pose, but we're sitting on the ground. So we're gonna inhale both arms up, and then we're just gonna forward fold over that left knee. Left knee can be bent. We don't need to touch our toes. Fingertips can come down on the sides of your legs. And just drop your shoulders away from your ears. So you're dropping everything down so that we're releasing through the upper back. You also may feel it in your hamstrings. Getting a little 2-for-1 here with the lower body and the upper body, because they don't work independently, so we want to keep them both nice and soft. And then we're going to slowly walk our hands back up to sitting, and then switch legs. So sending that right leg out long. Left sole of your foot comes into the inside of that right thigh. We're going to inhale both arms up above and then fold over. So bending that right knee if you'd like. Palms on each side of your leg. Looking down towards your knee. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And concentrating on the nice slow breath here. Walking those hands back as we come back up to sitting and coming back to easy pose, facing forward. So from here, we're gonna put our right hand down on the mat to our side. Left hand's gonna come up and over for a side bend. So maybe walking that hand up just a little bit further so you can drop that right shoulder away from your ear. Left hand reaching up and over. You may feel a stretch all the way from your hip through your fingertips of the left hand. And we're gonna take 5 more slow, deep breaths here. Looking down towards your right knee to help with the neck release. And on your next inhale, coming back to center, both arms reach up, look up, and then dropping the left hand down. Moving to this side, bringing the right arm up and over, playing where you can have that left hand on the mat so you can really drop that shoulder up, down, and away. So you're not holding yourself up with that left shoulder. Really let it drop. Reaching that right hand up and over. And keeping the right buttock over here on the mat. So if it's lifting up, just move back just a little bit. 3 more deep breaths here. Again, looking down at that left knee or out to the side. Then we're going to inhale, both arms up, palms come to touch, reach up, look up, drop your shoulders, And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, you can shake out those arms for a second. All right, so staying in easy pose. If you need to readjust, because we've been in easy pose a lot today since we're working on the upper body more, you can find a different seated position that feels good if you'd like. That you can do easy pose, legs wide like I showed you, and there's also an option to cup it up in hero's pose so that you're up on your knees. So you can either have the tops of your feet flat into the mat like this, or you can come up on your toes. It helps stretch the soles of your feet out. So those are just a few options. I'll stay in hero pose and show you this one. So this one can be done in any way, and we'll see how long I last in this one because sometimes it can be tight. All right, so we're gonna inhale both arms up. Interlace our fingers so palms are facing the top of our head. And we're just gonna hold here. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And then just hold like this. Nice, deep, slow breaths. If you wanna close your eyes, you can. So we're reaching the back of our hands towards the ceiling, but also dropping our ears away, our shoulders away from our ears. So think about that simultaneous movement of bringing the backs of your hands towards the ceiling, but also relaxing those shoulders down. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here, just like this. And then take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to side bend to the right. So keeping our hands together. Now we're just bending to the right. So similar stretch to when we did the other side bends with our one arm up, down, and one arm up. And just now our hands are together. Again, concentrating on the breath here. Smile on your face. Inhale back through center and switching sides. Dropping over to the left, hands stay the same. Gaze can be up to the side, like front towards the screen, or down towards the mat. Two more breaths here. And then releasing everything down. Shake it all up. All right, now we're moving and grooving. Okay, we're gonna go into tabletop next. So coming down on hands and knees, checking everything out, making sure shoulders are stacked over wrists, fingers are spread wide, push away from the mat, shoulders drop away from your ears, tops of the feet pressing lightly into the mat, and your hips stacked over your knees. So we're going to start by bringing our right hand underneath our chest, so more towards the center of the mat. Inhaling left arm up for thread the needle. So left arm, inhale up, fingers point towards the ceiling. As we exhale, those fingertips are going to thread underneath that right armpit. And we're going to come all the way down into that left shoulder, left ear, and walking your right fingertips towards the top of the mat. So that left hand's threaded out underneath, out straight. Left palm is towards the ceiling. Left shoulder, left ear on the mat. And right fingertips have walked out towards the top of the mat. In our lower body, our glutes are pressing up towards the ceiling. Tops of the feet are still on the mat. And just relax into this and take a few deep breaths. Now I'm going to slowly walk those fingertips, your right fingertips back so that your right hand is underneath that right shoulder. And then after your right hand is under your right shoulder, press through that right hand to lift up your body. Unwind that left hand reaches up to the sky again. And then exhale it back down to the mat. So back down in tabletop. Let's do a couple cat-cows. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. One more time, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Awesome. We're going to switch sides for thread the needle. So bringing left palm to the middle of the mat. Inhaling those right fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhaling, threading the needle, bringing right fingertips under left armpit. Bringing right shoulder, right ear, all the way down to the mat. Walking those left fingertips out towards the top of the mat. Glutes reach out towards the ears. Your feet may come together, just naturally getting into this position. And just take a few slow breaths here. And then walking those left fingertips back. So your left palm is underneath your left shoulder, pressing through that left palm. Inhaling those right fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Reach up, stretch up. And then exhale back down to tabletop. Awesome. So from tabletop, we're going to go into cobra. So we're going to come all the way down into our mat. So come down into your elbows and your forearms. And then reach your feet back so you're all the way down on your belly. And my hair's a little crazy. All right. So from here, we're going to bring our palms so they're underneath our shoulders. All right, so we're looking down at the mat. Palms are underneath our shoulders. Tops of our feet are lightly pressing into the mat. Hips are pressing into the mat lightly. And we're going to inhale up, bringing chin and chest off the mat for cobra. So slight back bend, and then exhale down, forehead coming towards your mat. Inhale up, forehead off the mat, chest up the mat, off the mat, look up. Exhale down. So you're pressing through your palms as you inhale up. Inhale up, chin and chest forward. Exhale down. Now really hug those elbows in towards your ribs. Press through your hands, inhale up, exhale down. And then on the next inhale, we're going to push all the way through to up dog. So we're pushing through our hands and coming all the way up. So arms are straight, chest is forward. And then we're going to come back through table and push back to child's pose. So bringing your knees wide, big toes together, and sitting your hips all the way over your heels, reaching those fingertips forward, forehead towards the mat. And then once you settle into child's pose, I want you to bring your palms together. And then bending at your elbows, lift your palms that are together over the back of your head. So we're stretching through that upper back, stretching through our chest, releasing through the triceps. And we're going to take a few slow, deep breaths here in child's pose with prayer hands. And then releasing your hands back to the mat, palms down. We're going to pull ourselves back up through tabletop and then make our way to our backs. So turn over in any way that's comfortable, readjust, and then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Palms by your sides, soles of your feet are on the mat. pressing your lower back into the mat. We're just going to inhale both arms up overhead, letting the backs of your hands gently rest on the floor behind you. And just reach really gently your fingertips back towards the wall behind you or the space behind you. And just take a deep breath here. Blow it out. And then we're going to inhale both fingertips back up towards the ceiling. And then lower them all the way down to the mat besides us. So going into reverse pigeon, because we can't have a class without that. We're going to press down into that left foot. Peel that right foot up off the mat. Bringing right ankle over left thigh. And then option to stay here or lift that left foot off the mat, grabbing behind your left thigh. Checking in with your lower back, gently pressing it into the mat, flexing both feet. Let your shoulders drop back towards the mat if they're tensed up. Relax your jaw. And again, concentrating on your breath here in this hold. Releasing your hands, bringing your left foot to the mat, right foot to the mat, and switching sides. So pressing into that right foot, lifting that left foot up and over, left ankle over right thigh. Option to stay here or lift that right foot up off the mat, grabbing behind that right thigh, gently pulling it towards you. Again, checking in with that lower back. Flexing both feet, bringing belly button towards the spine to engage your core. Really slowing down your breath here as we get towards the end of our practice today. Get out, relaxing your face, your shoulders. Releasing the hands, bringing both feet back down to the mat. Then we're just going to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. So dropping them both to the left. Inhaling back to center. Dropping them both to the right. You don't have to go all the way down. They can if you want. As we massage our lower back and forth on the mat. So your lower back will come up off the mat as you twist to one side. Coming back through center. Just giving that lower back a nice massage. Coming back to center, letting your legs go long. Letting your feet drop off to the sides. Hands can be on your belly or to the side. Drop your shoulders down towards the mat. Drop them away from your ears. Feeling your body in contact with the mat. Soften your gaze. Let the breath go. And we're going to relax into Shavasana for a few minutes to end our practice. So use this time to just let any thoughts go and be present with yourself, thanking yourself for your practice today. You can start to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Waking up your breath. And when you're ready, you can make your way back to a seated position. Rolling up in whatever's comfortable for you. Bringing hands to heart center. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a great day. See you soon.